super sore. I don't know when last time I was sore sitting in a simple cross-leg pose. All right, so sitting it up nice and tall, maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side or a little bit from front to back. Remembering that this is your practice, doing what works for you, what's going to be supportive for you, but sitting that up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and drop our chin down towards the chest. And dropping that down. And lifting that head up to center and taking our eyes to sky. And chin down to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And bring that head back to neutral. Let's look over to the right. Thinking about that chin going over towards the shoulder. And then looking to the left. Chin over towards the shoulder. And bring that back to center. Drop right ear towards the right shoulder. And left ear towards the left shoulder. And I have this pillow staring at me. So I'm like, oh yeah, that'll feel good to sit like, oh, that's better. Good. Your left shoulder. Drop that chin back to chest and let's do some neck half circles here. And let's take this from side to side. Some nice neck half circles here. Good. Go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lifting that head up to center. And let's roll our shoulders back. So go ahead and roll that out. Good. And then go ahead and roll the other way. Roll that forward. And rolling that back. And roll that forward. Good. Shake those arms out. And let's do some sun breath. So let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep that up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and drop our right hand down. Reach over with the left. And try and keep that left hip, left glute down towards the floor. Very good. And let's inhale and sweep this up. And drop that left hand down. Reach over with the right. And trying to keep the right glute and right hip towards the floor. And breathe. And inhale and sweep. Let's do that one more time each side. So let's go ahead and drop that right hand down again. Reach over with the left. Not forgetting to breathe. Go ahead and take that left hand and let's windmill it down towards the floor. Take our right hand to our left thigh. Give a little twist. Left. And then go ahead and bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Drop our left hand down. Reach that right arm over. And windmill that arm. So we're windmilling the right arm. Take our left hand to our right thigh. And a little twist to the right. And breathe. And then bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Clasp our hands at the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. And lengthen through those arms. Lengthen through that torso. We're going to do our big, deep side breath. So let's inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh out. And one more time. Inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh out. Good. Let's bring those arms out or down, out in front of us. Rotate our wrists a little bit. Rotate the other way. Good. And then release that. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back and roll that forward. Very nice. And if you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and get off of that and we'll lean it back. Let's take our feet wide, maybe as wide as our hips or even wider. So whatever feels best for you, leaning it back. And let's go ahead and drop those knees from side to side. Oh, that side to side. And you can keep your feet planted or you can lift your feet up. Okay, my feet up. Ooh. Good. Let's go ahead and keep our right foot in front. So we've got our zigzag going on. Sit this up nice and tall. So lengthen up through our torso and twist over to the left first. So let's go ahead and do a nice twist to the left. Inhale here. And then exhale that out. Bring it to center. And then let's do our big twist. Oh, the best twist ever. To the right. That hip, glute, inner thigh, lifting up off the floor. And I'm for sure feeling this in my low back. Wow. Hip. And breathing deeply in this big twist. And then go ahead and bring this back to center. And let's twist quick for 4. So let's take it for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Good. Let's go ahead and square our hips right over our thigh and hinge ourselves forward. So hands just right squared on each side of that thigh or that knee. And then if you want, we can walk that out a little further to get this kind of supported or modified pigeon. This kind of baby pigeon right here. That back leg is still bent, so we're not straightening it out like we would in a normal pigeon. We're just getting that nice hinge forward, that nice glute stretch and back stretch. And then let's go ahead and press ourselves up and lean it back again. And let's take our legs from side to side. And rotate. Hip flexors. Windshield wide for that. Good. Let's go ahead and take that left leg in front now. Sit this up tall. So lengthen up through that torso. And let's twist to the right first. So get a nice right twist. Inhale deep. And let that air out. And then big twist over to the left. Oh. Really big twist right there. That hip is lifted, glute is lifted, inner thigh. Real big twist. Breathing it here. And bring that back to center. And let's go quick for 4. Let's take it for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 And back to center. Good. Now let's go ahead and square our hips right over that thigh, right in front of that thigh, and hands on either side of the knee, or begin to walk that out. And you can go down to elbows or all the way down. And working on our balance. So if you were down on your elbows on the other side, try and move to elbows on this side. Just trying to get that same amount of stretch on both sides of the body, but breathing it here. And then go ahead and bring ourselves up, leaning it back again. Let's go ahead and do a few more windshield wipers, just taking that from side to side. Good, 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 and good. And then let's go and take our legs nice and long. Keep our knees bent, flex through our feet. So let's reach up through our arms and lengthen up right there. Good, so we're reaching up right here. Let's go ahead and hinge ourselves forward. So reaching our arms out towards our toes. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift. And exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift. And exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift. And let's go ahead and release our right arm to our side and take our left hand to our right leg, to the outside of that right leg. Oh, and get a big twist here. Big twist for that torso, big twist for the spine. Inhale deep and exhale that out. Bring this back to center. Reach up through our arms and let's twist to the other side. So let's go ahead and drop this and big twist to that other side. And breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Then let's go ahead and move into a little bit of a boat. So let's reach up through our arms and then bring our arms out in front of us, shoulders down and away, and lean this back. So we're in a nice boat pose right here. 3 breaths. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep and exhale it out. And one more time, inhale it deep and exhale it out. Good, release our arms. We can sit it up, sit it into a simple cross leg, hinge that forward. And then release that. And let's lengthen those legs nice and long. Bring our right leg, give that right leg a nice big hug, bring that in. Left foot is flexed, so left leg stays active, foot flexed. Let's take our right leg over our left, wrap that arm around and twist to the right and breathe it here. Still keeping that left leg engaged, left foot active, so meaning that we're flexing that and breathing it. And then let's go ahead and twist towards the inside. So twisting the other way. And breathe that here. And bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of the foot to the inside of that left thigh. Sit this up tall. And let's take our peace fingers and either reach for that big toe or the hand can reach for the shin. So let's go ahead and get a nice opening here. Hamstring stretch. And a good opener for the rib cage. Breathe. And then release that. Good. Let's lengthen through those legs, sit that up tall, and let's take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and bring our left leg in. Give that a nice big hug. keep our right foot flexed and active, and let's take our left over right, wrap that arm around, and let's go ahead and twist. Ooh. Twisting it to the left and breathe. And then twist that towards the inside. Twist to the right and breathe. Active foot, active leg. And bring that back to center. Let's take the bottom of the foot to the inside of the thigh. Peace fingers, either that big toe or hand to shin. And let's open it to the other side and breathe. And then release that. Very nice. Go ahead and grab a block or a pillow. And we're going to take ourselves onto our backs and go into some bridge work. So laying it down on our backs. We've got that block between those knees, block or pillow between those knees. Feet lined up with our knees. Our knees are lined up with our hips. And we're going to lift and lower. So go ahead and lift that pelvis up towards the ceiling, lifting that up. And then we're going to slowly lower down, imagining that we can imprint one vertebrae at a time. So taking that nice and slow, rounding that back into the floor. And then pelvis goes down last. And then let's go ahead and lift that back up. And then lowering that down one vertebrae at a time. And we'll do this, let's do this about 4 more times. Let's go ahead and lift that pelvis up and then imprinting that pelvis goes down. 3 more times. Go ahead and lift that pelvis up and then imprint that down. Good, let's go 2 more times. Go ahead and lifting that up. And imprinting that down. And then go ahead and lift that up. And one vertebrae at a time, imprinting that down onto the floor. Good, squeezing that block or pillow. Let's lift our legs up. So now we've got our lower back pressed into the floor. We're holding that block. We've got our legs lifted. And then go ahead and lower those legs back down. Plant those feet into the floor. Find your alignment again. And let's lift ourselves up and hold our bridge here. So we can walk our feet a little closer to the glutes if you feel like it. Take those shoulders underneath you a little bit more. And we're going to hold here for 4 breaths. So let's inhale deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it again. And exhale that out. And inhale it again. And exhale. And one more time, inhale it deeply. And exhale that out. Good, very slowly. Let's go ahead and drop that pelvis down towards the floor and then right onto the floor. You can release that block or pillow. And let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. Go ahead and use that right hand to press that inner thigh away. So pressing our right inner thigh away from us, opening that hip flexor. Good. And then release that. Let's switch sides. So take left ankle to right thigh. Press that left inner thigh away. Good, and then release that. You can release that leg. We're going to windshield wiper our legs while we're laying on our back. So go ahead and drop our knees just from side to side right here. Nice opening for the hip and nice rotation for the spine. A bit of side to side. Good. And then just bringing that back to center. Finding our alignment again. We're going to do a bridge again this time, but without the block. So without that full support, let's have our feet lined up with our knees lined up with our hips. Lift ourselves back up into that nice strong bridge. 4 breaths here in this bridge. So finding however your bridge feels best for you if you need to walk your feet in. But let's breathe it deeply here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And one more time, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good, dropping that pelvis back down. Let's reach behind both of our knees this time. Make ourselves into a nice little ball. Forehead to the knees. And then release that. Let's drop both of our knees over to one side. Take ourselves onto our sides. And then we're going to press ourselves up onto all fours. And we're going to go into some cat and cow and some shoulder stretching. And you can place your blocks where you want them or when we do a few standing sun salutations. But first we're going to be right on all fours. Shoulders over our wrists and our hips are aligned right above our knees. Let's go ahead and drop that belly to the floor. Take our eyes to the sky and go ahead and hold this here. And you can rock it a little just from side to side or rock it front to back. But just allowing that belly just to drop. Good. And then let's begin to round our spine up. So take our chin towards our chest, rounding that, tailbone pointed down. And same thing here, you can rock that from side to side or front to back. We'll go the front to back, feels good on those wrists. Oh. Good, and then let's go ahead and bring our backs nice and flat and we'll do some cat and cow. So drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round the spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round the spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Bring that back nice and flat. Let's go ahead and stretch through our shoulders. So let's take our right arm up, twist that right arm up, and then let's thread the needle through. Take the temple on the floor, so side of the forehead or that temple on the floor, and then both palms on the floor. And just allowing those glutes to be lifted in the air, stretching through that back, stretching through the shoulder, especially the shoulder on the right. Breathing it here. And then pressing ourselves back up onto all fours, and we'll take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and lift that arm up, left arm lifted up, and thread the needle through here, temple on the floor, both palms on the floor. So especially stretching that left shoulder, or the right shoulder now, left shoulder now, and breathe. And then go ahead and bring that back up onto all fours. And we'll go into a child's pose. So sitting those glutes back towards those heels. If you need to use your pillow or your mat between your glutes and calves, feel free to do that. But finding that nice child's pose. And then bringing ourselves back up onto all fours. And we'll go into our first balance pose. So we'll go into our bird dog. Let's go ahead and take our right leg up, lengthen through that leg, and flex through that foot. You can keep it here. If you want to go further, let's go ahead and lift our opposite arm up. So lifting left arm, right leg is lifted, left arm is lifted. And we're gonna try and bring elbow to knee. We'll go 6 times. If you've got both hands on the floor, then bringing knee in. So let's go ahead and elbow to knee. Go for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one, reach and hold. Big deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release the arm, release the leg. Good job. Very nice. And we'll take it into the other side. So let's go ahead and take our left leg up, and you can leave this here. Or if you want to go further, you can bring that right arm up. And we're going to go elbow to knee 6 times on this side, or just knee in 6 times. So let's bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one, let's reach and hold. Big deep breath here. And exhale that out. And release the arm. Release the leg. Child's pose. Let's take that back again. Good. Looking forward at our hands, let's walk both of our hands over to the right. Take our left hand, place it right on top of that right hand, and try and get that left glute towards that left heel. And then switch. So let's walk the hands over to the left, take our right hand on top of our left hand, and try and get that right glute to that right heel. And then bring that back to center. And we're going to move into our first downward facing dog. So let's go ahead and curl our toes under, put ourselves on all fours, keep our knees bent, and let's lift our tails to the ceiling. So we've got that first downward facing dog. Relax that head and neck. Oh, that really good stretch in those armpits and the shoulders and the chest. And then begin to pedal our feet. So begin to stretch through those calves and those hamstrings. And then find some stillness here in this downward facing dog, remembering to take breaks anytime you need it. Let's lift up on our toes, heels high, drop both of our heels over to one side. And then lift that back up again and drop over to the other side. And then lift that back up, and let's walk our feet to meet our hands until we are in a standing forward fold at the front edge of our mat. And we can go and grab those blocks, place those blocks where you want them for our sun salutations. Let's see, I'm gonna put my mat a little bit. There we go. All right. So we've got ourselves in our nice standing forward fold. You can ragdoll it here, so allow those arms to dangle. If your hamstrings are very tight, feel free to bend those knees. Or if there's pain in the lower back, bending the knees can help with that too. So allowing yourself to ragdoll. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, making a frame for that head. So a heavier upper body as those feet are planted. And then go ahead and release those arms. Let's go ahead and grab those blocks and let's take it into a nice tabletop. So let's inhale, flatten that back, look forward, and then exhale, release. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, flatten that back, look forward, and exhale, release. And one more time, inhale, flatten that back, look forward, and exhale, release. Our head has been low, so we're gonna take it up into a big deep inhale, so come up nice and slow. So let's inhale and sweep those arms up nice and slow. Sweep that, sweep that, sweep that, and then let's exhale into cactus arms. Good, inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms. This time we're going to add that chair. So we're sweeping our arms up and now let's exhale it around into a chair. Good, inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Our right foot is going to stay forward and our left foot's going to go back into that nice big lunge. The hand can be on the block or it can be on the floor. And that block or chair, you can also be using a chair here, can be as high as you want. And we're going to go into a nice spinal twist over to one side, over to the right. Good. Very nice. Bring this back to center. And we're going to bring ourselves down into a top of plank. So let's go ahead and take that foot back to meet the other foot. Bring ourselves into top of plank. Let's go ahead and shift that weight forward. Drop to the fronts of our knees, uncurl our toes, and we've got our nice little tricep push-up. So heart is going to go towards the floor. Elbows are right by our rib cage as we go down. And then lift that heart up, baby cobra. Oh, yeah. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Enjoy the inversion, the head lower than the heart. Enjoy that breath. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold the front edge of our mat. You can collect those blocks. And then let's go ahead, inhale, flatten through that spine, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten through that back. Exhale and release. Our left foot's going to stay forward. Our right foot's going to go back. Right hand stays on floor, block, or chair. Got that nice big lunge. And let's twist open to the left. And then bring this back down to center. And let's take that foot back to meet the other foot into a nice top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts and knees, uncurl the toes. Heart goes down and lift that heart up. Baby cobra. Roll our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and maybe nodding that head or shaking that head. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Let's do that one more time on each side. Got those blocks. And let's inhale, flatten through that back. Nice tabletop. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and sweep it up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back. Left hand on floor or block. And let's open to the right. Good, bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot to top of plank. Shift that weight, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. And let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edging on that. Let's inhale, flatten through that back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and sweep. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through that spine. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward, right foot's going to go back. So right hand on floor or the block or the chair. And let the spinal twist open to the left. And bring this back to center. Let's take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes, take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog. Let's walk those feet to meet those hands, standing forward fold. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale it around to chair. Hold here in chair. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to our hearts, and we're going to do a seated spinal twist. So let's take our right elbow and try and get that over to our left thigh. Seated spinal twist right here. Just a breath or two. And then go ahead and bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Standing forward fold. Relax that head and neck. We'll do that on the other side. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Bring hands to heart. And let's take it to the other side. Seated spinal twist on that other side. A breath or two here. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good, nice standing forward fold. Very good. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale it around to chair. Bring hands to heart. This time, let's go ahead and take our right foot back. Got our hands to heart, right foot is back, and we'll find ourselves in our crescent, our standing crescent. So let's lift those arms up. Nice standing crescent, back heel is lifted, nice and strong. From here, let's go ahead and open ourselves up into our standing proud warrior. Got our warrior two. Proud warrior, front knee is bent, trying to get that bent knee over towards that baby toe. Relax that face, release that jaw. Go ahead and drop that back arm. Take our left palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach through that. Good. And then take ourselves back into our proud warrior. Release our front leg, shift our hips over, and let's take ourselves into our triangle. I forgot to grab a block. So feel free to use a block right here. And let's open this up in this triangle. Wow. So in your triangle, you can have your hand to your shin, hand to your thigh, or you can use that block. We're lengthening through the sides of the torso, and we're opening that. For sure, feeling it in the inner thigh. Very good. From this triangle, let's go ahead and bring ourselves up. We've got both of our legs nice and straight. Release our arms. Let's walk that back foot in, heel toe, heel toe. So we'll narrow our triangle. Let's take our hands to prayer at our low back. Let's go ahead and turn our torso so that we are squared over our front leg. And let's take it into a pyramid. So let's flatten that back, both those legs straight. Get a really good stretch in that front leg, that hamstring, that front leg. And then we're gonna work towards our balance, warrior 3. So using whatever works for you. You can be up on that toe. You can be lifting and lowering. You can be lifting and working on that balance. And those arms can be wherever you want them to be. I've got them on my low back, but you can have them out to the side, off to the front. Whatever works for you to help you work into this balance, warrior 3. From this balance, we're going to hinge ourselves up and then take ourselves into a nice little half staff. So we're reaching our arms up, flexing through that foot. And then let's go ahead, press our heel and try and keep that balance just a little bit longer with that leg. And then bring that leg to meet the other leg. Lengthen up through a nice tall mountain pose. Reach up through that inhale. And then let's exhale, dive it down and over, forward fold, relax. Just let yourself dangle here in this nice forward fold. Ooh. And breathe. We'll do everything we just did on the other side. So let's go ahead, do a big deep inhale up. Exhale it around into a chair. Good, bring our hands to heart. Let's go crescent on this other side. So take our left foot back, keep our left heel lifted, crescent on this other side, and reaching up through those arms. And then let's go ahead and open this up into proud warrior. Front knee is bent, knees going over towards baby toe. Good. Dropping our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior reach. And then back into that warrior 2. Release that front leg. Let's take ourselves into triangle on this side. So opening that up and breathe. And then from here, let's bring ourselves up, release our arms, walk that back foot in, heel toe, just a little bit to narrow that stance. And then let's take our hands to low back, turn that torso so that we are squared over that front leg. And let's take it into pyramid. So flatten that back. Oh, wow, this hamstring, straighten through that front leg. And breathe. And then from here, let's begin to move towards that balance, warrior 3. trying to get the same balance on this side as we did on the other, but that may not happen. That's okay. Remember, arms can be wherever you want them. You can be lifting and lowering, whatever is going to work for you, and breathe. And then let's begin to hinge this up into a nice standing half step. And then maybe a little bit more balance, maybe straightening through that leg. And then you can bring that to meet the other leg. Good. Nice mountain pose. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, dive it down and over, relaxing that forward fold. Breathe. And from here, let's go ahead, walk our feet back into a top of plank. So we've got a nice strong top of plank right here. Drop to our knees and take ourselves back into a child's pose. So glutes go back towards heels, arms by our sides, palms facing up, elbows dropping open off to the side. Nice turtle here. And then go ahead and bring those hands right by those knees, press ourselves up. Let's take ourselves onto our back. So you can grab what you need for final relaxation, but also grab a strap because we're going to stretch our legs a little bit too. Grabbing that strap. All right, taking ourselves down onto our backs, grab that strap. Oh yeah, and let's go ahead and take our strap around our right foot. And then go ahead and pull that knee in towards the torso. You can lengthen through that left leg. Oh. Yes, this is good. We've got that knee hugged in. Let's go ahead and press up through that heel to the ceiling. Use that strap to pull that leg towards you. Oh, get that wonderful hamstring stretch. Let's keep that strap in the right hand and let's go ahead and open this off to the side. Nice hip opener. Not forgetting to breathe here. Continue to breathe. And then let's go ahead and bring that leg back to center. Pull that leg towards us. And now let's take that strap into the other hand, so into the left hand, and drop that leg across the body into deep twist. And that right arm is out and maybe looking over to the right. So you're just feeling that twist all the way up through that spine, through the arms, through the leg. Breathe. And then go ahead, let's bring our leg back to center. Pull it towards us, bend at the other leg, release that strap, and let's go ahead and reach behind our foot, behind our knee, and imagine that we can fold that leg and place it right onto our belly or our chest. And then go ahead and release that. Very nice. Let's take that strap and take it around our left foot. So pull that in, lengthening through that right leg, pulling that left leg in, giving that a nice big hug into the chest. Oh, enjoy that stretch. And then from here, let's go ahead and press through that heel to the ceiling. Pull that leg towards you, stretching through the hamstring. And let's take that strap and keep it in the left hand, and let's open it off to the side. Square leg open, off to the side, opening that hip. And let's bring that leg back to center. Pull it towards you. Take that strap into the right hand and drop that across. Deep twist. Left arm goes off to the side and maybe looking over to the left. Get that really, really good stretch here. Breathe. And bring that leg back to center. Go ahead and pull that towards you. Bend at the other leg. Release that strap. Let's reach behind the foot, behind the knee. And again, imagine folding that leg onto the belly, onto the belly or the chest, not the thigh. And then release that. Oh, very nice. Let's move ourselves into a few minutes of final relaxation. So let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room. Reach our fingers towards the other end. You can put that eye pillow over your eyes. Enjoy the heaviness and the darkness of the eye pillow over your face. Really lengthen here. Add an inch or two to your height. Try to get that lower back or that rib cage maybe up off the floor a little bit. Let's inhale deeply. And as we exhale, let's begin to sink and settle, letting those feet just fall open. Arms are just open off to the side. Relax your face. Release your jaw. Relax that entire body. Just allowing yourself to be heavy, to sink down towards the floor. Quieting everything, giving yourself a few moments of quiet to calm, slow everything. Still relaxing. Begin to bend those knees. And tuck that tailbone under so that that low back can maybe press against the floor. Drop both of those knees over to your most comfortable side and take yourself on your side for a few breaths here on your side. And nice and slow, begin to bring yourself up into a seated form, seated pose that is strong, lengthening up through the spine. And let's go ahead, inhale and sweep our arms up nice and big. Bring our palms together and let's exhale. Eyes following our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, taking fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Taking our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. And taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and the light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale. And a cleansing exhale. And one more time. Big, deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale.